from Arkansas's #1 trusted source for weather. This is a severe weather alert.
Alrighty, good evening guys. We're going to double check, make sure you guys can hear me and Rich. Rich, can you do a quick audio check real fast?
Yeah, testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, hopefully you guys are going to be able to hear this. This is Chief Forecaster Cameron and our Executive Director Rich. Our forecaster Dustin is going to be joining us coming up here in just a little bit. This is a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible storm. This is going to go into Arkansas County at this current time. So I want to kind of zoom this out to kind of give you guys a perspective on what's going on at this point. So this is a storm on the southern end of the line that is going to be capable of producing a brief tornado that's going to be moving into Arkansas County. So if you know anyone in this area, let's treat this like if it were to be a tornado warning at this point, okay? So this is going to go towards the community of DeWitt and also St. Charles. So the rules, and also not the rules, the tips in terms of taking shelter is going to be right above Rich's head. You want to seek shelter immediately. Get to that lowest center part of your home. If you have a lot of windows, you need to find a room with no windows and seek shelter. Evacuate mobile homes if possible. Find sturdy shelter. And while you're doing that, make sure you take some blankets and you take some pillows with you at the current time. So those that are wondering why we're live, I want to kind of reassure everybody right now. Little Rock's good. Hot Springs is good. Cabot's good. Conway's good. Southwest Arkansas is fine. This is for our folks over here in Arkansas County. That's just south of the Stuttgart area. That's just to the west of the community of DeWitt and also towards St. Charles here. So I just want to reassure you guys right now that are tuning in, trying to figure out, is this going to affect, Little Rock? Is it going to affect Central Arkansas? Is it going to affect Northern or Northeastern Arkansas at this point? It's not. This is going to affect our folks down here in East Central Arkansas at this current time here. So let's zoom in, kind of give you guys a perspective of where this is. So this is in Arkansas County right now. There's Interstate 530. That's Pine Bluff. There's Redfield. There's Stuttgart. There's the community of DeWitt. This is going to move to the east at about, let's put you at about 30 miles per hour here. So tornadoes possible, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and also the potential almost 1 inch in diameter hail. Let's take a look at the rotation for just a little bit. And boy, that is a pretty strong indication of a possible tornado that's just to the west and southwest of the community of DeWitt at this point. So what you got for me, Rich? What you got? What's up?
Well, so far no CC drops, so that's good.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So let's take a look at that real quick. Like Rich said, nothing on the board. Let's go back over to the rotation for just a minute. And this is what we've got. So it's going to be right in here. All right, there's going to be the area of rotation. That's going to be just to the west of the community of DeWitt. Take your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. And get to that lowest level of your home immediately. I know this is not a tornado warning at this point. However, there's strong enough rotation that myself, Rich, our other forecasters, we decided to go ahead and jump onto the live stream so that way we can give you guys as much notice as possible. So if you know anyone in the community, the DeWitt area, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. I'm seeing people coming in from the Russellville area, Little Rock. You're good to go. This is in Arkansas County. Take the time tonight for those that are coming in. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Take the time tonight to study your counties and study your cities. That is going to be the only thing I can tell you.
It just went tornado warning.
It just went tornado warning. Thank you so much. So that's why we went live. Great call.
Yep.
Great call. This is why we went live. We have a tornado warning, so it's going to be coming up here just shortly. I do believe it's going to be for Arkansas County, and if you want to read it off to our people here, because you got to fast
it's going to be for Central Arkansas County and southeastern Arkansas. It was capable of producing a tornado, which was located 8 miles northeast of Langford or 16 miles south of Stuttgart, moving east at 30 miles per hour.
There it is.
Quarter-size hail.
All right, so there's the tornado warning at this point. Like I said before, same area, the DeWitt area. Make sure you take your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. And get to the lowest level of your home immediately, guys. Okay, so that's going to go for the community of DeWitt and also St. Charles here. So you can clearly see where your red and your green kind of combine as one. That is where that tornado potential is going to be here. So, and you know what's funny about all this? We had just sounded the all clear. Storms were winding down. We were thinking, okay, this is going to move into, Mississippi and Tennessee. This was all over with. and then Arkansas does Arkansas, and we have a rotation just to the west of the community of DeWitt at this point. So let's turn on the street level view at this time. It's going to be on Woodson Road, where the area of rotation is, and let's see here, Hampton Road as well. So it's going to be right in here. There's the community of DeWitt. Rich, if you can do me a solid and take over for just a moment. I have a friend that lives in this area. I'm pretty sure her and her kids will like a heads up of what's going on.
Yeah. So it's currently going over Woodson Road, and I'm pulling up roads myself here. Give me just a second. Go switch over the map, and this is going to be going towards Highway 11. This is going to be it might actually already be over Highway 11, and this is going to continue to go east at 30 miles per hour, and so. This is going to go more towards. Okay, latest scan has it just at Highway 11. So at this time, it is currently at Highway 11.
Okay.
So I'll be heading east northeast, going towards Highway 165 area, DeWitt.
There it is, right there. So, like I said before, I got in contact with my friend down there, so she's getting the kids good, and we're good to go. Okay, so I want you guys to do the same thing that I just did. If you know anyone down here in Arkansas County, the community of the DeWitt area, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. When we talk about taking your tornado precautions, all you gotta do is look above Rich's head. There's the tips. You seek shelter immediately. Okay. You get away from the windows, you put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, and you get to that lowest level of your home immediately at this time here. So, to repeat, this is a tornado warning for the community of DeWitt. This is in central Arkansas County, and this is moving to the east at about a grand total of what, Rich?
30.
30 miles per hour? Okay.
Yep, 30.
So it's going to be moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour. Let's talk about the downstream cities here. So St. Charles going into Phillips County here may actually touch the southern area of Monroe County as well. But right now our concern is going to be for our folks in central Arkansas County. So the community of DeWitt, St. Charles, also the Elaine area over here getting close to the Mississippi River. Make sure you take your tornado precautions immediately at this time. Let's zoom this out for just a little bit to kind of give you guys a perspective of where this is at. For those that are tuning in, we have over 1,200 people on Facebook, YouTube. I have no idea right now, but we have a line of storms that's basically stretched from I-40 all the way down to Arkansas County. The southern end, which is classic whenever you're dealing with these storms. The southern end that's closer to the moisture, the instability, that is rotating right now. That's going to go towards the community of DeWitt. If you're in Little Rock watching this, you're good to go. But here's the deal. If you have any family in Arkansas County, if you have any friends or family that live in the community of the DeWitt area, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions now. This is the time to do it. You're not going to have a lot of time. This is moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour here. So there's Little Rock. Let's zoom this out, kind of give you guys a statewide perspective before we zoom back down to the tornado warning. So everybody else in western Arkansas, northern, southern, southwestern Arkansas, you're good to go. West Memphis, you've got storms moving in. It's going to get loud coming up here in just a little bit. Our area of concern at this point is going to go for our folks in Arkansas County and eastern Arkansas. So if you know anyone that needs this coverage right now, send them our way. We were live with the severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. This is why we do this, Arkansas, so you guys have that ample amount of time to get to your shelters. But if you know anyone that needs that information, send them our way at this point. So what we're going to do, we're going to zoom this back down, and let's take a look at this storm real quickly here. So like I said before, this is going to go towards the community of DeWitt. There's the area of rotation. Rich, if you hear anything, damage, anything urgent, please feel free, like we did the other night, feel free to interrupt and let me know. So there's a tornado warning at this point. It's going to go for 30 minutes, moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour, 1-inch hail with this storm as well. Some good news that I want to kind of throw out, even though this is showing a good amount of rotation, right now I'm not seeing any considerable evidence of this producing a tornado on the ground. There's no debris. We're not seeing anything being lofted up into the atmosphere, which is good news. But that doesn't mean anything in Arkansas. You still need to take those tornado precautions if you know anyone in the community of DeWitt, even for our folks over here in St. Charles here. So DeWitt, you've got about 13 minutes. Time's ticking. You've got 13 minutes. Get your folks up. It's 10 o'clock. I know we've got school. We've got work and stuff tomorrow. you got to take that tornado precaution. You got to get there. You got to get to that safe place as soon as you can. If you're in St. Charles, you've got about roughly 39 to 40 minutes. If you're in Monroe County or you're in Phillips County, you have about 40 to 45 minutes if this storm were to continue to show the area of rotation here. Okay, so let's go back over to our rotation real quick. There it is. Let's zoom this down. So there's the community of DeWitt. This is in Arkansas County, by the way. And this is where the area of rotation is going to be. So it's going to be right there. Hopefully I'm not pronouncing these roads wrong. So this is going to be Woodson Road. Let's see. This is going to be, there's Kennedy Road right here. This is also going to be Stamps Drive Road over here. So they just updated the tornado warning here. So let's go take a look at it real quick. Tornado warning remains in effect until 10:30 Central Daylight Time for Central Arkansas County. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles west of DeWitt, 16 miles south of Stuttgart, moving east at 30 miles per hour. The potential of a tornado, obviously, and a quarter-size hail. Make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions. You're getting to your cover. Move into a basement, to your room, the lowest floor of a sturdy building. You want to avoid those windows at all costs. If you are outside at 10 o'clock at night, if you're outside, you want to move to that sturdy shelter. If you're in a mobile home, you have time. If you're in the community of DeWitt, you have about 10 to 15 minutes. What I want you to do, pull the Google Maps help, see if there's any gas stations, any grocery stores, anything that's standable within a 10 to 15 minute drive to get there. If you're in a mobile home, if you're in a mobile home and those options are not available to you, what I want you to do, grab a pillow, grab a blanket, grab something to protect yourself. That is going to be the last possible cause thing if you're in a mobile home. But the first thing I want you to do is try to find a sturdy shelter. That could be a restaurant, etc. What you got for me, Rich?
I got a CC drop.
Yeah, CC drop. Okay, we can take a look at that. Let's go over to, if you give me just 1 second, we can pull up the high res of this, and it's going to be coming up here in just a minute, and we can take a look at this. So give me just 1 second, Arkansas. We'll look at it real quickly here, and this is going to be, let's zoom this out. Let's go back over to here, and this is going to be using our radar real quickly here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to, let's go here, and it's going to be right in there. There it is. So let's take a look at the rotation. Rotation is going to be right here, just to the west of the community of DeWitt. There's the area of rotation, and there's the CC drop. So, folks, like I said before, Rich, if you hear anything, you let me know as soon as possible. But right now, we're going to treat this like we do with every tornado warning. You're going to treat it like it's, it's on the ground, it's doing something. So if you're in the community of DeWitt, make sure you're taking your tornado precautions immediately here. So there's the track. I'm going to clock it at about 30 miles per hour. So the community of DeWitt, it's going to be around 13 minutes. Also, it's going to be St. Charles and the Indian Bay over here within the next 30 to 40 minutes. So make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions immediately. When we talk about the CC drop, basically, there's little areas of debris being picked up, which means that this could have easily touched down for a second, picked up that debris, brought it up. That's what we mean about that. So if you know anyone in these areas, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Just kind of reassuring everybody right now, because I know a lot of people, when we have tornado warnings, a lot of them come in from Little Rock, from Russellville, northern Arkansas, etc. This is for our folks in East Central Arkansas at this point. This is in Arkansas County at this current time. Also, Rich, if you do me a favor, north of the line, just to the east of Stuttgart, it looks like we're starting to get some more areas of rotation that might be trying to get going. If something up there starts striking your eye, you let me know immediately too. So we'll have to keep an eye on that up there. But right now, obviously, the tornado warning itself is going to go for the community of DeWitt down here in Central Arkansas County at this point. All right, so for those that are tuning in, I'm Chief Forecaster Cameron. That is Executive Director Rich. I know we had just sounded the all clear for Arkansas, thinking, things were great, nothing was going to happen. And then we started seeing this storm rotate, and then instantly we went live, severe thunderstorm warning to a pause, and now we have the tornado warning in place here. So what we're doing, like I said before, talking about our folks in the Central Arkansas County. So the community of DeWitt, make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions now. If you know anyone in that area, my biggest deal is if it triggers a memory. A lot of people, they have friends and family down here, but you don't always remember where they live. You're like, okay, they live in this area or they live close by. If you hear that name and it triggers something, try to give them a heads up. Be like, okay, I know someone that lives down there or lives close by or something like that. What I did earlier on, I have a friend that lives up there near Stuttgart, but they may not be in Stuttgart. They may be in DeWitt doing something. So give them a heads up. It's 10 o'clock at night. I know a lot of people are settling down, getting ready for the upcoming week. It's going to be a long week, by the way. I've got a Q&A coming up for you guys as we get into tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. So make sure you tune in for that. But right now, this is what we have. So the area of rotation is just to the west of the community of the DeWitt area. It's south of the Stuttgart area at this point, and it's north of the Gillette area. So anyone in this point, take your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls to you on the outside as possible, and get to the lowest area of your home immediately. Rich, do you have any information you need to report this time?
No, just that there is some weakening along that line, which is good news. I haven't seen a single shred of CC since that. I think it was probably just a big burst of wind that may have blown something up into the air, and CC caught it. So
I'll tell you this though, the area of rotation when it happened, it was pretty strong. It was a pretty strong area of rotation. So what could have happened? It could have either been that, or it could have briefly touched down just enough for it to pick up, because this is farmland out here. It could pick up some debris, some tree limbs, something like that. It could have easily done something like that. So something that we'll watch as this continues to move out towards the east. We're going to look just a little bit to the east. Let's kind of give you guys a perspective of what's going on. So this is going to move into far southern Monroe County. It's going to move into Phillips County. If you're, in the Helena area, West Helena area, right now, this is going to stay to your south and west unless this thing takes a very hard northeast turn. That would be the only way that I could see it affecting the Helena, West Helena area. So right now, I would say right now you're pretty good. Just watch it. I will say this, though. You're going to have to watch this along the line itself, because it looks like this is trying to rotate. Give me just 1 second. Make sure you guys can actually see this. This right in here is trying to rotate, and that's going to move towards the northern part of the Phillips County area, and that part of the line may impact our folks over here towards Helena, West Helena, and up here towards Lee County. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. This area down here where the tornado warning is going to be, is going to track something like this. That's going to go through Arkansas County, far southern Monroe County, and then it's going to go into Phillips County over here along the Mississippi River. And then hopefully we should put an end to this little mini appetizer course of a severe threat for tonight before we get to the main event, which will be more than likely right now as it stands will be Wednesday for us here in Arkansas. So there's the tornado warning right now. As I said before, the community of DeWitt, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. Don't wait for the touchdown. Don't wait for confirmations. Get to that safe place. Get your blankets, your pillows. Let's get there. This is going to move quick. This is going to be an in and out deal within the next 30 minutes, and then that's going to be it for tonight. And like I said before, we're going to watch tomorrow. We're going to watch Tuesday. We're going to watch Wednesday. Thursday shouldn't be a impact for us here in Arkansas, but we'll have to watch it. But right now, Tuesday and Wednesday looks to be the big deal. But right now, at this point, if you're in Arkansas County, this is where that area of rotation is. And I will say, Rich, it's not as impressive as it was when we first went live, which is good news. Right. That's really, really good news here. So the tornado warning is going to go until 10:30, which is the next 15 minutes. We're going to stay on this just for a little bit longer because I'm starting to get concerned, not taking anything away from the current tornado warning at this point. I'm starting to get concerned about this area up here. Now, this screams right out of the gate damaging winds because obviously you have, let me see if I got my marker. Give me 1 second. Here's my marker. So obviously you have your line right here. You have your winds coming in like that. So that's about 50 to 60 mile per hour winds coming in. But I'm starting to concern that you may have some areas of rotation trying to get going along the line itself, which will impact our areas over here towards Holly Grove, towards Phillips County over here. So we'll have to watch that close. But right now, the southern end is where that rotation is going to be at this current time. So do you have any information that you want to share? Do you have anything that's good. that's great.
I've been looking through Twitter and some Facebook pages, and no information to be shared about this right now at this time. So that is definitely great news.
Definitely. So there's the area of rotation. We just got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. I'm going to clock this at, I'm going to go about 35. Let's go 35 with this. New severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. That's going to go for our folks over here in St. Charles. That's the rest of Arkansas County over here. That's going to be southern Monroe, and this is going into Phillips County. So, DeWitt, you've got 6 minutes. It's going to be on top of you within the next 6 minutes. You got to get to that safe place. That's that lowest part of your home. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Get to that lowest level of your home immediately. If you're in St. Charles, you now have under 30 minutes here. So I'm going to say right now, as it stands, the tornadic part of the storm here. Let's go back over to our reflectivity at this point. So this is current radar. This is what you're going to see on your mobile app. This is the current radar. This is like a line of storms coming your way. That southern end where you kind of see it, you can actually see it on your reflectivity where it kind of books in on the southern end of the community of DeWitt. That's where your area of rotation is going to be right in here. So as what's up?
Did they let that tornado warning drop?
I believe they did, but we're going to stay on it.
Yeah, because
this still has a good amount of rotation on it.
It does. Yeah, 100%. It's still tornado possible, the severe thunderstorm warning. So, yeah, it's already produced once in terms of radar indications. So, we probably definitely need to stay on it.
Definitely. So, the area of rotation, like I said, this is what you're going to see on your mobile app. This, if you're looking at current radar, area of rotation is going to be right here just to the west of the community of DeWitt. It's going to move in a general motion like this. So, right now, as it stands, if you're in the community of St. Charles, it's going to stay to your south and to your west. But I wouldn't risk it because all it takes is this thing to, like I said, make that hard northeast turn, and it goes right towards the community of St. Charles here. So if you're in St. Charles, I know this is a severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be the first thing that's going to pop up on your phone. This is a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning, which makes this a special case. So you want to treat it just like you would a normal tornado warning here. If you're in the community of the DeWitt area, I know the tornado warning has been canceled. Stay put. If you're already in shelter, let this storm pass you by, and then you're going to be good to go here. I wouldn't get out of my shelter just in case this thing produces, another area of rotation here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But St. Charles, the southern part of Monroe County, and this is going to go into Phillips County, and then we will hand this all to our good folks over there in Mississippi and Tennessee as this crosses over the Mississippi River within the next 30 to 40 minutes here. But right now, it's going to sound loud. You've got some heavy rainfall. There are going to be some lightning with this. There are also going to be gusty winds. There could be some small hail coming into the community of the DeWitt area. This is a severe thunderstorm warning, capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour winds, under 1 inch in diameter hail, which is 1 inch is a quarter. So it's under 1 inch in diameter of hail, but it's also going to have the potential of a tornado. So make sure if you're in the community of DeWitt, or you're in the community of St. Charles, or if you're on this list of cities, make sure you're taking your tornado safe spots immediately at this current time here. We've got a lot of people here. Those that are in the community of DeWitt are in the live stream as well. If you're watching this, make sure that you're in your safe place, just to be on the safe side, guys. I know the tornado warning has been allowed to be expired, but man, it still has that area of rotation that's just to the west of the community of DeWitt. It's going to be just to the south and west of St. Charles. Hopefully I don't mispronounce this name. It's going to be the Amara area. This is just south and east of that area. Stuttgart, you're way over here. So those that are tuning in from Stuttgart, rest assured that you're going to be good. This is going to be to your south and east at this point. But if you know anyone in the community of DeWitt, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately at this time here. Let me see here. All right, Rich, do you have anything you need to... Any reports?
No.
Nothing. No damage. Nothing.
No,
we're good.
Nothing. We're good so far.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully, let's keep that trend up this week. Let's keep that trend up. We don't want to hear the reports of damage or destruction or all of that. Let's keep that going this week here. Unfortunately, we're gonna have bigger events coming up, especially that Tuesday and Wednesday time frame. But right now, like I said before, for those that are tuning in, you're in the DeWitt area. We haven't heard anything in terms of reports of being on the ground or any damage or anything like that. But this still is showing a good amount of rotation. Let's zoom this down just a little bit further. So right now, it looks like it's going to be right there on Highway 165, which is just to the west of DeWitt. It's going to move in an easterly direction, so it's going to go right over Highway 130. Obviously, it's going to go over the community of DeWitt, and then it's going to continue on that eastward track. That's going to take it along Highway 1. Highway 153 over here, Possum Waller Road over here, excuse me. Also, this is going to go for Fort Larg over here. Let's see here. Let's go over to Sunnyside Road. And that's 153. And then that's going to be Highway 17. This is going to continue to move into the eastern part of Arkansas County, southern Monroe County. And then it's going to make its way into the I believe that's going to be, let me make sure, because that's Monroe, that's going to be Phillips over here. So that's Highway 17, and then eventually it's going to cross over. Let's zoom this out, kind of give you guys perspective. So there's 165, there's 130 over here. This is Highway 1, Highway 17, then Highway 20, Highway 318, and then Highway 44. If you recognize those highways, make sure you take your tornado precautions. Even for our folks over here that are not even in the polygon, make sure that you're getting to that safe place immediately at this point. So right now, let's go for, I haven't seen anything on our end. So let me double check and make sure. So let me double check and make sure it looks like we're good.
Yeah, and real quick, I just want to
right.
say that that line of storms going from west to east, everything to the west of that line and north and south, you
Yeah.
guys are clear.
Yeah.
You guys are 100% clear. I guess there's been some folks asking, hey, what is really all clear? And it's just west and north and south of that line is clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to put a check mark. So since we don't have a official tornado warning on the board, I'm gonna kind of address this. Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Russellville, Little Rock, Arkadelphia, the Queen area, Mena, Texarkana, El Dorado, Camden, Pine Bluff, Searcy, Jonesboro, Pocahontas, anybody in those areas, central, northern, western, and southern Arkansas, get some sleep. Lay your hair down, relax, get some sleep. You're going to need it for this upcoming week. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got the severe weather threat coming up. Make sure you've gone over your severe weather plans with your family. Make sure you guys are ready for what's coming for that Tuesday and Wednesday time frame. But for right now, at this present moment, you're good to go. If you're in Little Rock, you're in Russellville, Fort Smith, Western Arkansas, we have this entire map up for Arkansas. This is the all clear at this point. If you're in Eastern Arkansas, we're going to watch you guys. This is moving towards the Mississippi River. I want to make this crystal clear for everybody that's watching this. You've got to know where your counties are. You have to know where your cities are this week. You have to, because when we're doing tornado warning coverage, we can't just stop there and then talk about the rest of the state. We can't, because that takes away from the tornado warning. So you have to know where you are, especially with severe weather coming this week, guys. Take the time now, especially tomorrow. I know you guys should have went over this weekend, but if you couldn't, tomorrow, another semi-quiet day here in Arkansas is a different story out west. Make sure you study those county maps. You study the city maps. If you know where you live, you know where you are in the zone, you're going to be good to go. Make sure you go over those severe weather plans as well as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. But Central Arkansas, Northern Arkansas, Southern Arkansas, you are good to go for the rest of tonight. You're going to be perfectly fine. I promise you. If you're in DeWitt, stay where you are. Let this storm pass over you, and then you're going to be good. But it's very, 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 very important that you know where your cities are and your counties. I know it sounds like a broken record, but you're going to have to know it because, like I said, if we have tornado warnings, especially multiple tornado warnings this week, we're not going to be able to do this. We're not going to be able to zoom out to Arkansas and give you guys an all clear on the areas. We're going to be focusing on those warnings. So make sure you know where you are, especially this upcoming week, guys. It's not a funny deal if you don't know where your cities are. Not everybody grew up here in Arkansas, but make sure you know it, especially for those that you know for a fact that are coming in from other states. They're visiting Arkansas this week. Make sure they know where they are and make sure you know your surrounding areas at this time. Rich, you may have to take over a little bit. My voice is kind of...
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine because they just issued a new mesoscale discussion, and I wanted to mention it briefly. They're saying watch unlikely, but they're saying a couple of stronger storms may become capable of marginal hail, strong wind gusts, and or a brief tornado. Limited isolated nature of the threat is expected to preclude the need for a watch issuance. Yeah.
You still could get away with a localized one, but
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, we don't control. Like I said, we don't control those watches. That's our folks over there in Norman, Oklahoma. We just do like what Rich just did. They put it out. We read it. We put it on our graphics. That's the end of the story here. So we're still going to monitor the storm. If you're in the DeWitt area, it's loud. You have a lot of heavy rainfall, lightning, some small hail, gusty winds moving through. This is pushing away from those areas. So this is getting away from the DeWitt area. Now it's moving into southern Monroe County and into Phillips County at this point. This is along the Mississippi River at this time. I will say this. This would probably be, I know when we have the tornado possible threat thunderstorm warning, This is Highway 17 right now where it's going, Rich.
Yeah.
Unless you have somebody that lives along the highway. This is pretty rural area down here in southeastern Arkansas. So what we could do, if you would bear me for just a minute, we may be able to get a few hit and miss questions on here. Now we've gotten rid of the official tornado warning here, but I want to make sure that we go over this first here. So the area of rotation down here near DeWitt, that's still there. Along Highway 1, 153, Highway 17. This area down in here between DeWitt and the Elaine area over here in Phillips County. I'm not going to say totally rural, but there's no major populated cities between DeWitt and the Elaine area. Just a bunch of highways for those that live along the highway over here in eastern Arkansas. A lot of farmland out here as well. So this is going to go for the entire line of storms that's going to move to the east at about 30 to 40 miles per hour here. So I want to address this first before we attempt to try to answer a few questions here on the live stream. But like I said before, this is an area that doesn't have a major populated area, but you've got folks that live along the highways down here, the farmlands and stuff like that. So this is the time now if we could answer a few questions in terms of what to expect for tonight. But this is for the entire line of storms right in here. So Holly Grove, St. Charles, Monroe, also towards the Poplar Grove area, the Rondo area, also towards the LaGrange area. This is moving out of Arkansas County and moving into Monroe and Phillips County. If you're in Stuttgart, you're good. If you're in, Lone Oak, Little Rock, you're good to go. If you're in the Gillette area, this is going to pass you to the north at this point. But right now, the severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible, is going to go right there in central Arkansas County, and it's moving to the east. At this time, it is not tornado warned. It is still tornado possible. So what does that mean? You still treat it like a tornado warning. You still treat it as you get into your safe places, you get to that lowest part of your home, and put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. If you're in DeWitt, stay where you are. Wait a little bit longer. Let the storm pass you by. When things start to get quiet, then you can come on out and you'll be good to go for it at this time here. So let me see here. I may be able to, if y'all give me just 1 second, I may be able to pull up some questions here. Kind of kill the time a little bit while we're still monitoring this storm. Keep in mind that we are going to have a Q&A session tomorrow at 7 p.m. So if you end up missing it tonight, and I promise you it's not the end of the world. But let me see here. Let me attempt. I'm going to attempt to try to do it. If it don't work out, just don't work out. But I'm going to see if I can at this time. So, Rich, if you have anything you need to report, let me know immediately.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything at this time.
Okay. So, let me see. Let me go over to... I don't know if it's I don't know if this is gonna work for me right now or not, but we're gonna try our best and see if it's going to. If it doesn't, then I promise you it's all good. But let me see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, because like I said, we weren't really set up for a Q&A tonight. We were setting up for it for tomorrow. So let me double check and make sure I can actually get this to work for you guys. If it doesn't, then like I said, it's okay. Let me see. Nope. There we go. Is it gonna work? Nope, I don't think it's gonna work for me tonight. Okay, that's fine. I can get that fixed up for us tomorrow. So let me double check and make sure. Let me make sure that we have everything set up. Okay, so there it is. I don't know why. Are you showing? Okay, there you go. Finally, actually, I can actually get that going here. So give me just 1 second. I can probably get this up for you guys and talk about a few questions here. So let me make sure. Also,
I will say,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I will say that they downgraded it from a tornado possible to just a normal severe thunderstorm, and that's probably likely due to the fact that it's not very impressive anymore.
That's
that
good.
Rotation.
That's good. So what I can do for just a moment is, let's see. I don't know if this is gonna work out for me or not, but we're gonna try our best, Arkansas. Like I said, this ain't set up yet, but we'll try to see if we can get anything going. So this is the storm track. For those that are wondering, this is what we're looking at this time. Okay, if you're the West Helena area, like Rich just said, the tornado possible with the severe thunderstorm warning has been dropped. So that means the area of rotation is no longer impressive enough for them to talk about the potential of a tornado. So that's really, 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 really good news. But this line of storms is going to produce potential of gusty winds, heavy rainfall, lightning. It's going to sound very, very, very loud for our folks that are going to be in Phillips County, the Helena, West Helena area. But at this present moment, there is no threat of a tornado at this time here, okay? So for those that are warning also, by the way, if you're behind this line, you're good to go. I promise you guys, there's no more storms for tonight. You're good to go. We sounded the all clear prematurely. I hated that, but you're good to go, guys. We got these lingering storms over here in eastern Arkansas that's going to push through, and then we're done. We're done for the rest of the evening, and that is it at this point. So we can pull up, let's see, Lindsay. Hopefully you can get your comment up. I don't know why it's showing twice. Why are you showing twice? There's another one up here. Okay, so give me just a second, see if I can get you. This is like on-demand stuff right now, but let's see if we can get your comment up. There we go. All right, so can you storm track again? This is going to be the storm track right now. This is moving to the east. So those in Phillips County, Monroe County, like I said before, it's going to sound loud, heavy rainfall, lightning, gusty winds. But I promise you guys right now, there's not a potential tornado with this at this point. So Kathy, I'm going to address this comment too. I know those that are in the Hot Springs area and stuff like that, guys, we don't cover just Central Arkansas. It's the entire state. This is in far eastern Arkansas, close to the Mississippi River. So Hot Springs, you're good. I promise you. Right now, like I said before, we're not going to be doing this week, guys. You've got to know where you live. But Hot Springs, you're good. This is way in eastern Arkansas, the Helena, West Helena area along the Mississippi River at this point. So know your cities. You got to know your counties. But right now, Central Arkansas, you're good to go. This is in far eastern Arkansas, Monroe, and also the Phillips County area at this current time here. Okay, so Chance, I'm not gonna bring up the graphics and all that stuff about Tuesday and Wednesday right now. I'm gonna give you the cliff notes. The potential damaging winds, hail, and the potential of the tornado threat is gonna be there, especially on Wednesday. Tuesday is more of what we call a conditional threat that, you know, you may see a storm, you may not. It's going to be hit and miss. You're going to have the risk area, but not everybody's going to see severe weather or even rain. Wednesday is going to be more of a widespread deal where pretty much everybody's going to see the potential of severe weather, including damaging winds, large hail, and that tornado threat. I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be shocked if Wednesday goes 30%. I would not be shocked if Wednesday ends up going 30%. On the board here. So let me see here, just going over everything at this time. Heather, if you're in the DeWitt area, you're pretty much good. This tornado warning has been dropped. The severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible has been dropped, and you're good to go at this current time here. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to answer all the city and county questions. You're just going to have to know where you are, folks. And it's a matter of safety. It's a matter of severe weather safety, because if you don't know your counties, you don't know your cities, that's a hazard. That's just how it is. You have a phone, pull up Google, type in where you live, and it will pull it up for you. I guarantee you, it's like 5 seconds. I promise you, if you do that, it's going to answer the majority of the questions that we have right now here. Okay, so at this point, let me see here, Sherry. I love this comment. Cannot stress this enough. You got to know your cities and counties. That's just typical. That's common sense. You got to know it. You have to know it. Now, Kathy, This is the one reason why I will always defend people that don't know it. Because there's a lot of people that have never been here in Arkansas. You know, they're new. If you're new here in Arkansas, just like if you lived in Arkansas for the longest time and you go to Texas and Louisiana, obviously you're not going to know every single county in Texas or Louisiana, right? So that's why we tell you guys, don't pick on the ones that don't know where they live and stuff like that, because a lot of people have never been here before. They have never lived in Arkansas before. They don't know the counties left and right like we all do here. So that's why we tell you guys so much. Don't pick on them. They're there for a reason. Kathy, we will always give you that information. No, you're new here to Arkansas. We will always give you any kind of information here. So let's see here. The warnings are on the eastern side of the state near the Mississippi River. Good point. And yes, Kim, we have that live Q&A tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And we're going to talk about the Tuesday and Wednesday threat here. So I wanted to kind of pick and choose a few comments tonight to kind of get you guys ready for it, because it's going to be a big deal coming up as we move into the upcoming week here. Okay, so Rich, unless you have something else you want to go over, I think it's safe enough right now for us to get off the live stream, since these severe thunderstorm warnings no longer carry a tornado potential. I was gonna say, if you have anything, let me know.
No, I'm good. It's all empty. There's nothing to add.
Awesome. So there's special weather statement. Let's go over just kind of one last time. So thunderstorm warning is going to go for southeastern Monroe County, eastern Arkansas. Severe thunderstorm was located near Palmer, 12 miles west of the Marvell area, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. The hazard is going to be for the potential of 60 mile per hour winds and under a quarter-inch size hail. And then the one to the south that just went over the community to the wet area, it's going over St. Charles. It's going to sound super loud right now. The severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for southeastern Monroe and east central Arkansas County. It's going to go until, I believe, 11 o'clock. A severe thunderstorm was located near DeWitt, or 12 miles northwest of the White River National Wildlife Refuge, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Obviously, the hazard is going to be 60 mile per hour winds with the storm. That's going to go for the community of DeWitt, St. Charles, also Indiana Bay, and also the crossroads in Monroe County at this point. So like I said, the tornado threat has been dropped with both of these storms. We can kind of take a look at a few more things before we hop off. Not seeing any area of rotation. Rich, are you seeing anything on your end?
No, nothing. Everything actually got a lot better out along the northern part of that line too, so I'm not worried about it.
That's good. That's what we want to hear. So let's go over to the hail sizes real quickly. Like I said before, maybe pea-sized hail just to the south and east of DeWitt, over here towards St. Charles. We can take a look at the thunderstorm potential, the thunderstorm wind gust, potential. This is going to be 60 to 70 mile per hour winds coming in. That's just to the west of St. Charles. You also have it over here just to the south and east of the community of Holly Grove at this point. So if you're in central Arkansas, relax, get some sleep. We're going to be here. There's nothing going on tonight. You're going to be good to go. Once this line of storms moves out, you're done for the rest of the night. But I'm going to give you a fair warning. Tomorrow, especially during the day, it's going to be warm. It's going to be humid. It's going to feel like severe weather, but we're not really expecting too much in the way of severe weather tomorrow unless you go out west. But Tuesday and Wednesday is when we're going to have to watch it very closely for us here in Arkansas. So obviously, radar updates are still going to continue until these storms move out of the state on Facebook, and then that's going to be it. If we have any additional tornado warnings or anything like that, we will be here. But the DeWitt area right now, for those that are wondering, I'm going to pull this comment up. Those that are wondering in DeWitt, you're good to go. I promise you, you're good to go right now. If you're in DeWitt, if you're in the community of the DeWitt area, you're good to go. You're done. This threat has passed. It's all good. Main threat with this line of storms that's moving towards the Helena, West Helena area, over towards Lee County, Phillips County, towards Arkansas County. It's going to be for the potential of 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-size hail. Obviously, we'll monitor things just in case there were to be some sort of rotation. But right now, I think we are good to go across the air here. Okay, so that is it. That is all I got for you guys. I'm Chief Forecaster Cameron. That is our Executive Director, Rich. This has been a severe weather live coverage. And like I said before, we will catch you guys tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. We're going to have a Q&A session. We're going to go over Tuesday, Wednesday, break stuff down, and we'll be able to get to you guys' questions then. So that's all I got for you guys this evening. We'll continue to keep you guys updated right here, source for all things Arkansas weather.